Okay, up on YouTube. Just waiting on Facebook to load up here. And we will be able to start. Alright, just give me us 1 second here. Okay, we should be boosting up on Facebook, and we are live on Facebook. Alright, let's run it back from the top then. Let's run it back from the top. All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Tuesday afternoon. Another edition of KFTV's live show, Lunchtime Live, presented by SeatGeek. Go to SeatGeek.com and use our code KFTV10 for 10% off your order. Special guest today, man, returning to the show, a friend of the program, diehard Knicks fan, and has a new album coming out on November 29th. We got to talk to our guy Skyzoo, man. So lock in, hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel. Knicks getting ready to head out west on Wednesday to tap in with the Phoenix Suns, man. So we're going to talk about it, man. Check in with these New York Knicks. And let's get it going. All right, man. Skyzoo, what's good, my guy?
Yeah. What's up, brother?
Hey, feeling good, man. 8-6 on the campaign right now. Things seem to, no pun intended, but things seem to be coming along quite nicely for the orange and blue. What do you think, man? 14 games in.
Yeah, we getting it together. I saw somewhere online that this was the exact same record we had last year at this time. I saw that this morning. It was like, the same time last year, 14 games, we was 8-6. I really think we could be 11-3. We gave away like 3 joints, the Houston game.
Yeah.
I think
Bulls
the Bulls game, of course, without a doubt. And I think that Indiana game, we could have got that as well. But 8-6, I'll take it. If we was here last year, the same record, I'll take it based on what we did last year when it all came down to it.
Yeah, every season, especially early in the season, there's always those ones that got away. Even the Cleveland game, we know that team is 15-0. They should be 14-1. Knicks should have hung a loss on them at the Garden.
That was another one. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. So, fourth quarter woes kind of dooming this team. And then, listen, man, they were a toilet bowl shot away and a silly foul away from putting the Bulls away earlier last week. And, would have been a little bit different story. But overall, I just like how this team is coming together, man. You seeing the chemistry out there on the offensive end. And, a number of guys having standout years so far. And they're just getting started, man. 14 games in. I like where they are despite, guys coming in and out of the rotation and some guys not healthy right now.
Absolutely. It goes back to what I was saying before when we was building what Cat was going to be able to do is exactly what he's doing. He's putting up superstar numbers. He's filling that void, but he knows how to play his role and play his position. Like Brunson still looks like the 1 and Cat looks like the 1A. Brunson is still going in there, shoot first, pass second, and Cat still getting 32 a night, 14 rebounds, throwing Magic Johnson passes, what I mean? Going nuts over his shoulder every time you look. So it's all making a lot of sense, man. I think if there was another superstar center in his position with us, it would be a different story. I don't think we'd have this story right now. And I think that says so much about his demeanor and his makeup.
Yeah, and Towns is another guy that, when we talk about this team having to get it together and having to put some chemistry together, he came in and hit the ground running. There was no chemistry, no adjustment for Karl Anthony Towns. If anything, the team is more so adjusting to playing with him. But when it comes to doing his job, he's mixing it up. He's splashing from 3, 50% from 3. His passing over 4 games where he's had hit at least 6 assists. So I think that is a result of the 5-out spacing with him at the top of the key or in that pinch post. You have guys cutting off of those screens, and he's nailing them, man, and he's getting it in there. Good playmaker.
No, I love it, man. The things he's doing out there. We haven't had, this goes without saying, but we haven't had a big man of his caliber since Pat. That's not to discredit anybody who played the position, Camby or anybody like that was with us. But as far as that level, we haven't had nobody since Pat to do it the way Cat's doing it. So it's dope, man. It's incredible to see, and we here, like we've been saying, we here.
Yeah, man, 26 points right now, 12.4 rebounds. He's tied for fourth in rebounds in the league, 10th in the league in points. And then field goal percentage, he's 26 in the league in field goal percentage at 54%. And then, like I said, his three ball is on point, man, 51.5% on 5 attempts. So when Towns said, "Yo, I'm the best shooting big man maybe ever," he's showing it every night, man. He's showing it every night.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm a big fan. I'm glad it's working out the way it is. It's coming together very fast. You know, of course, those first few games, it's rocky. You get nervous as diehard fans. We've been down this road before, so we're a little worried. But it's kicking in. It's kicking in pretty fast. And I think the camaraderie and how comfortable they are with each other, you're already seeing a brotherhood with all of them. Of course, with Mikal, that's easy because he's been with them. But Cat just being that piece of the puzzle that just fits right in, it's just making a lot of sense.
Yeah, big time. And Jalen Brunson, after Monday night's win, had mentioned that after Monday night's win over the Wizards, talked about like, yo, listen, things are coming together right now. We still got a long way to go, but he's kind of been in the spotlight because, you know, coming into this season, everybody's like, all right, well, they're expecting him to be that prolific scorer that he was last year, but 100%. We're not really factoring circumstance. You know, last year and even the year before that, he had to do a lot of damage late in the season by himself.
Yeah,
you know,
without a doubt.
Without Julius Randle for most of it. Playoffs, same thing. But now it's an adjustment for him as well to get used to having 4 capable scorers, playmakers, what have you. So it's an adjustment for Jalen Brunson, man.
Yeah, you know, it's like Marlo Stanfield said, that's what we call one of them good problems. You know what I mean? It's a good problem, man. And having those tools and those weapons at his disposal and also getting used to it. Like you may have it and don't even realize you have it. So you're continuing to go full steam ahead and throw it up every time you get it. So seeing him have nights where I think the other night he had 11 assists, 9 assists, seeing that come together is what we've all, myself included, have wanted to see from him, along with the scoring that he's doing. And, you know, now it's really coming together and it's still so early, you know. So I think by January, by February, now we're looking at a real thing where Cat is super comfortable. Mikal is super comfortable. We're seeing OG scoring prowess like we haven't seen since he's been in a Knicks jersey, which has been great, you know. So even Brunson, you know, he's had a couple games early on where it looked like, you know, he might have had an off night. You know, his percentage may not have been that right, whatever. But when you look at his averages, when I was looking last night or this morning, they're pretty much identical to the same time last year. So it's like, I saw those games where he wasn't really scoring that much this season, but he's still averaging 26. He's still averaging X amount of percentage from the field. It's pretty remarkable.
7 assists. He's averaging 7 assists on the campaign right now. 9th in the league. I mean, let's look at these numbers. Monday night against the Wizards, 11 dimes. The night before that, against the Nets, 10. So that's 2 double-double, back-to-back double-doubles for him. The other game against the first matchup against the Nets, 7. Home against the Bulls, 8. At Philadelphia, 5. So that's 41 assists in his last 5 games. And, you know, Steph, when Steph was on here, he mentioned that, you know, Brunson still needs to be aggressive as a scorer, but use that aggressiveness, use that gravity that he is generating off of his drives to make for the rest of the team. And that's what you're seeing out there on the court, man.
Absolutely. You know, being able to be that aggressive scorer is going to bring people into you. And then, like you said, you playing 5 out, you just kicking it out. You know where Cat is at. He's going to water that. He's going to cash that in every trip. OG is cash in the corner. Mikal, mid-range. I think with Mikal, him leaning into that mid-range game is going to be everything. You know, he's having his struggles right now from 3, and he's been known as a sniper his whole career. But he's having his struggles right now from 3. Okay, cool. I think it's smart when you see him just go to the paint. Mid-range, you know, get your DeMar DeRozan on, just mid-range, just kill him in the mid-range, and you're still averaging 20, 22, 24 a night just off mid-range because they're expecting you to shoot the 3. You pulling up a little bit closer, bomb, paint, cash, you know, and that's been really good to see.
Yeah, no question about it. And, you know, you mentioned Mikal Bridges, and while the 3-ball has not really been falling for him, the 2-ball has. And so that's the area where he's getting his buckets. I think he's starting to get more comfortable as well. You know, defensively is really where he needed to tighten up this year. I believe he will. But on the offensive side of the house, I mean, he's shooting 61% from the mid-range. He's in the 93rd percentile from the mid-range Overall effective field goal percentage, he's at 56.5%, and all of that despite only shooting 33% from three. 61% from the mid-range, bro.
Exactly. And then when he get more comfortable and loosens up, and then that three ball start going as well as the mid-range, now they in a world of danger on the other side of the court, man. So it's going to be great, you know?
Yeah. And then the dog, OG. OG, man. I mean, I don't know if there's anybody on the team whose offense is coming as easy as it is for him. He's just looking great, man. You know, defensively, we know what to expect, but I think it's on the offensive side where he's looking smoother by the game with this team.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. You know, he's getting so many open looks and easy looks. I don't think I've ever seen him dunk more than I have the past week and a half. You know, it's like every time you look, you know, it's because it's open. You know, you got to worry about Cat. You got to worry about McCall. You got to worry about JB. Hart is being a capable scorer and really cashing in. And, you know, you're getting to the point now when he goes in the lane, you know it's dropping. So now what do? And then OG is just right there. He's getting putbacks. He's getting dunks. He's catching alleys. He's in the lane, you know, and he's looking more comfortable. It's really dope, man. We can't gush over it enough.
Yeah. And I think we also have to factor in, you know, when you look at how they space out the floor in this 5-out system, how each player in that system kind of makes the other better. So because of the gravity of Towns, you got to pull the big away from the basket and check him at the three-point line. You got to have the guard or the opposing wing checking Jalen Brunson near the top. So all that space allows OG Anunoby now and even Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart to make those cuts and get those efficient baskets because Tibbs wants high-efficiency twos, layups, dunks, or those good threes. And so with OG Anunoby, this is from Jades Edwards of The Athletic, OG is scoring 1.62 points per possession off of cuts, and that ranks 12th in the entire league.
Nice.
12th.
You know, and this is what we all wanted to see from OG, especially with the commitment, you know, with the contract that the Knicks gave him. And, you know, everybody, wow, man, that's a lot of money for somebody that just plays defense. Well, he never just played defense. He just knows how to play his role and his position the right way. Yeah. So he's not clamoring for the ball and wanting the ball and having to dictate his game solely on having the ball in his hands, you know. So that's what that contract was about. So seeing him now become more of a scoring prowess, really put more into that and have those opportunities and those open lanes and cuts and everything like that. Now you're like, worth every penny. You're seeing it online, worth every penny. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's all lining up.
And another interesting stat, which I think matches up with what we see on the eye test, is how many times he's posting up. And again, I think that is, you have to kind of look at the domino effects in that when an opposing team is putting a bigger wing on Jalen Brunson, that allows a lot of times OG Anunoby to take on the smaller guard who they have quote-unquote parked on him. But he's taking advantage of that. So a lot of times you'll see the Knicks in transition. He's running down the court. He's getting that seal on the smaller guard. They're getting the cross matchups in the half court where he's sealing off that smaller guard and getting post-up attempts. So right now, again, this is according to James Edwards of The Athletic, he's 4th in the NBA in points per possession on post-ups at 1.29.
Crazy. I mean, even last night, I'm seeing him bring the ball down the court more. You know, I'm seeing him get it and run it straight down. And, you know, good things are happening when all of that comes into play. And taking advantage, you know, he's the thing about him. When it was him and Randall last year, you had two bulldogs down there, two bullies, you know, like the way OG is built, his height, you know, his conditioning, he's a bully down there. So, you know, we still got that one bully left, you know, and it's good to see him take advantage of that.
He's playing like an absolute bully, man. And, you know, in James's article in The Athletic, they talked about OG's pregame routine in terms of how much he's out there practicing his deep ball threes. And, you know, he came in to this team with being prolific from the corners. I mean, each of the last 5 seasons, he's averaged 41% from the corner three. This year, it's at 31%, but that's because above the break, he's at 41%. So his deeper threes, he's starting to knock those down. He's going out. He's stepping 100%. Out and pulling up on you. I mean, that speaks to the evolution of him as a shooter, which is only going to benefit this team as they keep going forward, man.
And it's only year one of a 5-year deal, baby.
Right,
Yeah. So
right.
let's just see it keep growing. Let you know what I mean. We need OG to just continue that year after
Yeah.
year, and hopefully we celebrating a lot of things.
And I think the other thing that's also undersold when you think about him is he's another guy when you think about chemistry that's still working on it with this team, because even when he came to the team last year and instantly transformed that team, he also missed a lot of time. So then he had to catch up, get back with Brunson. Now this year's a brand new team, so he's got to catch up again.
Starting it all over again.
You know?
Yeah, no, without a doubt. And for him to be able to be where he's at with this team so fast, with all of those factors in play, like you said, just says so much. I mean, by the time we get to this year's playoffs, these guys should be locked in at the hip now. This should be lockstep and key as far as the chemistry, familiarity, and camaraderie and all that stuff that we're already getting, we're starting to see. Even with Precious and Cat kind of joking a little bit when, OG was doing the post game with Alan Hahn. And those are the moments. Those are the moments that continue to breed comfortability, and everybody's comfortable with one another. Everybody's locked in, and now we really boys, we really brothers. It's more than just a job, quote unquote. So when you see that stuff happening, and the fact that Cat just jumped in so quickly with that, and OG is feeding off of that, and they feeding off of him, and Hart, and Hart's contagious. It's all. This energy of this team is really what it's supposed to be, man, and it's exciting. Is one brother out there that should still be here, but that's another story for another time. You know what I mean?
I hear you on that, man. CP the franchise, Skyzoo in the building. Salutes everybody in the chat. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel. If you guys want to call us up, chop it up with me and Skyzoo, man, hit us up on the Discord. I have opened up the Discord for you guys. Shout out to my franchise channel members in the chat today. Shout out to TM, Lauren Smith, JJ always in here, Will Rose, salute to you, John Talento always in here, Jamaica Queens 22, all of our regulars are in here for the lunchtime live, so salute to you guys, and everybody watching on the Facebook, salute to you guys as well. I know my guy Ty Clemens is tapping in from work, so shout out to them. You also you mentioned Josh Hart. He's another guy, man. He's on a tear right now. From everywhere. As a scorer, as a playmaker, he's knocking down threes. And, everybody made a big deal about his comments earlier this season, like where he was like, "I'm lost." But I don't think people who know him and his character really felt like he felt that way. I think he was just being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Because he's a guy you don't really have to worry about in terms of adjustments. He figures it out.
Yeah, 100%, because he knows, if I'm not doing this, I'm doing that. If I'm not doing that, I'm doing this. And there's not a lot of players that have that mentality, anywhere in the league, in any generation. Everybody kind of has their thing that they zero in on. Most of the time it's wanting to be a scorer or whatever it is. But to be able to say, okay, I know I'm not able to do this right now or do this overall, but I know I can do this, and let me fit in here and there. And you affect so many facets of the game. And he's a marksman with that. He's incredible with that. And he's getting to the lane so easy now. It just goes back to what you said earlier. He's getting to the lane every trip. He's in there acrobating, looking like Kyrie under the lane. It's nuts. Like he's up and under in and double clutching and boom, and everything is dropping, man. Yeah. And the three ball is getting a little better. And the defense is going to be there, locked in. The energy is going to be there. It's awesome. I'm a huge Hart fan, man. Yeah. I love it.
Having him in that lineup adds to the versatility of all five of your guys, because to really maximize, that lineup, you have to have five guys who can put the ball on the floor. Brunson, Hart, McCall. Now OG's doing it. Karl Anthony Towns can do it, even though sometimes I don't like it when they give it to him like very, very high up at the top of the key. Sometimes it doesn't really translate well. But with those
push come to shove.
Right. With those five guys being capable, that's why the ball is whipping around the perimeter like it is in half court.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's and it's the unselfishness of everybody. Yeah. Seeing Cat so eager to dish it out, seeing Hart so eager to dish it out and run it. Like you see Hart running it. They mic him up and you hear, yo, cut over there, yo, da-da-da. It's all those little things, man. And it's all, I keep saying the same thing, man, but it's all beautiful to see.
Yeah. No question. So, great job there by Josh Hart. Squad is coming together. How about your man Payne? Your man Payne got the slingshot out right now. He's going crazy. You
My
know?
man, listen, B. My man, listen, B. Listen, B. He was cooking last night, man. What he had, 17 or something like that?
17
It
on
was,
6 and 9 shooting, man.
yeah, he was 4 for 5 from 3, something
Yeah,
wild,
5 for
man. So
7 from
shout to
downtown,
Cam,
man.
man.
Yeah.
Shout to Cam. He's not shy. He gonna gun it. He
Yeah.
gonna chuck. He's not shy at all, man. He get that rock, it's going up. But you know, he's bringing a very infectious energy as well, reminiscent to, you know, certain players you've seen throughout the league, whether it's a Pat Bev or whatever. As far as the energy, not necessarily all the other things, but the energy of like, I'm coming off the bench, I'm running, I'm ready to go, I'm excited. If I hit one shot, I'm looking at the crowd and I'm going wild, and just that energy and that excitement and joy that Cam is bringing. So shout out to him.
Yeah. No question about it. And one of the things, and one of the reasons why he's so important right now is they're kind of monitoring what's going on with Deuce McBride. Because McBride,
yeah, what's the deal with that?
He's got left knee inflammation.
Okay, I thought it was an illness or something. Okay, so it's something with his knee.
In the beginning, that's what they said. That's what they said in the beginning. I know I wasn't hearing I know I wasn't hearing things as well.
I thought they said he was sick or something. Yeah,
I saw illness, but then now Tibbs has come out. I think in yesterday's pregame press conference, saying that they're monitoring it. It's something that's flaring up on him. They just wanted to calm down a little bit, and because that was announced from last week in Philadelphia that he was questionable with the knee inflammation. He still played, so. You know, now it's Deuce's turn with the injury bug. So Payne has to step up. You're getting minutes from Dadier. You know,
Tyler's jumping up. Yeah,
Tyler's stepping in. So
we need McBride to get all the way healthy, man. He had. I was saying this on a couple different spots. He had the summer of a lifetime. B. I never seen nobody with a switch that flipped so easily. Was scoring the ball every time he throws it. I don't care where it's from. You're expecting it to drop. He had the summer of a lifetime. So shout to him and his team and all the work that he did and everybody around him. He had the summer of a lifetime, man. So I just want to get him back out and see all that continue to flourish. Because when he's in there, you're getting 12 points plus from him a night, without a doubt.
Right. GQ on the YouTube chat franchise channel member said Deuce hurt his knee in the very first game and hasn't been right since. I mean, he was definitely scoring. Maybe he didn't look right, but he was definitely getting buckets. So that's unfortunate, but I think it again underscores the importance of Payne, especially now you're going on a tough West Coast trip. You need that, stabilizer off the bench to give you some scoring, get you some dribble penetration, get some playmaking out there. Because I think Kolek, even though it's good that he's getting his experience, it is pretty evident that when you get to the big leagues and at the regular season level, he's a little bit overmatched. So you kind of need Payne to ease him in, and that's why Tibbs always likes to stack the team with vets. You kind of understand?
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. And with Cam, hopefully he can also, along with everything you said that he needs to do, hopefully also set the tone, and know when to pace it, when to slow down. He plays with a lot of energy, which is great.
Right.
But knowing when to put the energy on pause for a second and kind of just slow it down and pace it a little bit and then kick it into high gear and then pull back and then kick. So hopefully, we can get that continuously from him because Deuce isn't there right now. And hopefully it's nothing serious with him. But yeah, it's this road trip is going to be tough. Is it all West Coast coming up?
So they start in Phoenix on Wednesday. We'll have game of the week preview tonight with Alex and our guy Gerard Bourguet. So game of the week preview will be tonight. Then they will head to Utah. Then they will go to Denver on Monday, I believe, or is it Dallas? Let me just double check this so I can be precise here. Let me just double check. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your boy CP and Skyzoo in the building. So they are Phoenix, Utah, Denver Monday, and then Dallas. Then Black Friday at Charlotte, which will be their third NBA Cup game with them and Orlando tied at the top of the NBA Cup, man. So Knicks could have Vegas in their sights, man.
Yeah. So let me see. Phoenix, is everybody healthy over there?
KD's out. I don't know the status. Let me see if did Bradley Beal play last night?
That.
They did lose to the Magic last night. Let me see.
We could get that.
See if Bradley.
Trying to see how many of these four we can get.
I don't think Bradley Beal played last night. He did not play last night. So KD's definitely out. Bradley Beal could be out.
We could get that.
Yeah, we could get that.
All right. That's a win. Utah's a win.
Utah, you should definitely be able to get that.
Yeah, we should body them. Denver, I think Joker's out.
Well, I don't know. He did miss the last game due
He
to
was
personal
out, yeah.
reasons. So I don't think it's
Okay.
anything physical. Yeah, I believe it was
Okay.
personal reasons why he missed that game.
Okay. If he's playing, obviously that's up in the
Tough,
air. But
yeah.
we got Cat now, so I used to be worried about when we had to play Denver. You know what I
Right.
mean? It was like, yo, who's gonna hold him down? But we got Cat now,
Cat can
so
be
that
the
we can do
equalizer.
something there.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Cat can be the equalizer, and then the Dallas matchup. I think that's a toss up. They're going to be a tough team.
Yeah, you think Dallas could be a little? I mean, they got the pieces. They got the pieces to make it real, but they're having a little struggle so far.
Yeah. I mean, look, with Luka and Kyrie, and
never
that's
know.
another thing. Knicks still have trouble with good opposing point guards. So I think Kyrie will give them some trouble. Luka's always trouble for anybody. So with those two at the helm, there's always a chance. But I don't see why this team can't go 3-1 on this trip.
Yeah, same here. That's why I was looking at all that. And then Charlotte, that should be a dub as well. That should be a dub without a doubt. So yeah, it should be a nice little run. It'd be nice to zip this up and make up some ground that we lost with those 3 or 4 wins that we should have got. That Bulls game and that Houston game and all that. So hopefully we can run through that. Tomorrow should be that should be easy work though. If KD is out and Beal is out, that should be easy work.
Should be able to handle that. Let's get to the Discord. LD on the Discord. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, man.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. I'm going to just keep it short and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
2 major points. Number 1, OG Anunoby, what he's doing right now, probably won't get complimented enough. But if you look at championship rosters, 04 Pistons, Tayshaun Prince, Aaron Gordon with the Nuggets, you know what I mean? And then Sean Marion with the Mavericks.
Yep.
What he's doing right now is amazing because in a system that doesn't necessarily create the easiest of baskets, he is an offense of his own.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He's going bananas. That's 1. Number 2, Jalen Brunson, the first half last game, 7 assists. If we can get that kind of Jalen Brunson going forward, where he's, just passing the rock as much as he's scoring, I don't see anybody beating us. Because we have a bunch of players who are out, who are not doing anything yet, and we're looking as good as we are. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we played some bad teams, but what the bad teams are able to allow us to see is how we can utilize space and ball movement. And it's been looking amazing. You know what I mean? So if we can keep this up, I'm loving what we're looking at right now.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. You said it, especially with OG. Right now, his effective field goal percentage, he's 58%. That's in the 73rd percentile of the league. And so, especially in that system, you want scoring efficiency, man. And I talked about his shot chart. His heat map is either in that restricted area or from 3. And that's the shots that Tibbs wants, man.
Yeah, and I love those examples he gave. Shout the homie. I don't know if he's still on the line, but I love those. I love those examples you gave, man. What you said, Aaron Gordon and Tayshaun Prince. Yeah, and Sean Marion. Yeah, I love all that, man. That makes perfect sense, especially like a Sean Marion, without a doubt. So those are excellent examples, and I think that's the blueprint for somebody like him to continue to follow and be on that path.
That's what I was hoping Obi Toppin could have been, but
right,
it didn't work out that way. But man, that's my time, yo.
Yeah, man. All right, man. Stay up, LD.
Peace and love
at you. LD on the Discord. Yeah, man. OG, man. Just knock on wood that he stays healthy. Every game he finishes, that's
every time
the thing
hit
I'm
the
happiest
floor.
about.
Every time he hit the floor, I'm like, okay, good.
And then last night, they up by like 20-something, almost 30, and he hit the deck. Did you see when he was grabbing his ankle?
Yeah,
I said, oh, shoot. I said, nah, yo, his leg is broken. It's over with.
Yeah.
I said, yo, it's over with. Oh, man.
And we was up 20-something, and Tibbs put him back in. And I mean, I get it because the Rooks was kind of letting things get away a little bit, but we was up by 30, and then we was up by like 25, and Tibbs is throwing him back, and I'm like, yo, chill. Like, that's what happened with Julius with his shoulder, man. Chill. What I mean?
When he grabbed his lower leg, I said, oh, my goodness, what is going on? I said, nah, I can't. This not tonight. Not tonight.
Yeah. Thank God he all right, though, man. So, as long as he stays where we need to be, man, he's worth all of it.
Yeah. No question about it, man. CP the franchise, Skyzoo in the building. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Today's show is presented by SeatGeek. Knicks fans, hey, if you're out there in the Valley of the Sun and you plan to head to the Suns game on one of those West Coast road trips, use our code on SeatGeek KFTV10 for 10% off your order, up to $20 off. Hey, that's a little bit of savings for you. And then you can use that money to, buy some Knicks merch or buy whatever you want at the stadium and enjoy yourself with Knicks Nation, the Road Warriors out there on the road. On SeatGeek, look for the green dots. The green dots are the good to great deals in terms of the pricing and where the seat is. The red dots, those are the bad ones. There might be a joke, so stay away from the red ones. Always look for the green ones. And once again, use our code KFTV10 for 10% off your order. Okay, CP the franchise and Skyzoo on the ones and twos. Shout out to Terrence Brown, repping Uniondale, Strong Island. He's on the Facebook holding it down. Shout out to you, Terrence. And once again, shout out to our franchise channel members. Sky, man, let's talk about the album, man. November 29th.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about it, man. What's the approach on this one?
Oh, man, it's called Keep Me Company. Black Friday, November 29th, day after Thanksgiving. Eat good again. Midnight, log on, grab the album, ride out to it while you're driving to the outlets and on Black Friday and all that. And, I'm excited. The last two projects I put out, because it was the album and then the re-release with the deluxe with the Mind of a Saint. So it was me rhyming from the perspective of Franklin Saint from Snowfall. So that was about a year and change of me recording, promoting, running around in that, right? Like doing the Snowfall, Franklin Saint, the project, the persona, the whole deal. This is me back to Skyzoo. This is me back to Skylar, right? This is me back to Brooklyn and New York and all the things that I speak about and what I've been known for throughout my career while still embodying all that storytelling. So it's dope in the sense of just getting back to that and being able to write as me as opposed to writing as Franklin for a year and a half. And the album's about growth. If I had to sum the album up in one word, it's about growth. And the title comes from the idea of, you look at anything in life, whether it's the music or other realms and other worlds, or just on a personal level, you might start feeling like the way you see things is a little different from those around you. And you feel like you're kind of alone now. Like, man, I'm a loner in this, the way I'm seeing music, the way I'm seeing the industry, the way I'm seeing the game, the way I'm seeing the things I put value in my life, even on a personal level, your friends, your family, your woman, whatever. And then you realize that there are other people who see it just like you. So I feel alone in the way I'm seeing it. You feel alone in the way you seeing it. I'm like, oh, man, you feel the same way? Well, come over here, man. Keep me company. We one in the same now. Now you realize you're not alone in this growth spurt that has come upon you that you didn't know was coming. So it's really just about growth. And I'm excited to get it out. As you know, the new single with Chuck D is out right now, Courtesy Call. And shout to the rhyme animal, Chuck D, jumping on the record with me. And it's been dope, man. Putting that record together was a lot of fun, man, with me and Chuck.
Yeah. That new joint is fire, man. Shout out to the legend, the rhyme animal, Chuck D, man, KFTV family. How did that come about, man? How did that collab with you and Chuck come about?
Man, first off, shout to Chuck as always. He's been a humongous supporter of mine, for years now. Always, any chance he gets to shout me out or speak about my lyrical prowess or whatever it is and how he sees it, he always does so. So I'm always honored and humbled and indebted to him for that. And I wrote the record, man, and I was putting the record together. I said, this record's going to be aggressive and me just going crazy with the rhymes. You listen to the record, it is not a record that you will get on the first or second or third listen. It is a record where every single line is a double or a triple entendre, literally every single line. So I'm putting the record together and it's just me gunning and going crazy. And for the hook, I was like, man, I need a certain voice. And I was like, yo, you know what? I know who to call. And I wrote the hook. I wrote it out kind of like in his voice. And I hit him up. I was like, yo, OG, I got this hook, man. I just need your voice. And he was like, yes, send me the record. Let me check it out. Bro, this is such a testament to how incredible he is. I sent him the record at like 10 p.m. I wake up at 6:30 in the morning the next day to take my son to school. Is a text waiting on my phone. Yo, check your email. I was like, yo, he did it already? Like, you know what I mean? So we wasn't in the lab. For those who aren't in music, you can be in the lab or you can email files back and forth. Yeah. We weren't in the lab. We were emailing, but I was like, yo, he did it already, B? Like, I'm expecting it to be a couple days. He's busy. He got things going on. He knocked that hook right out, literally in a couple hours. And I was like, yo, he came back and stand down if you've had a courtesy call. I was like, hell yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. You know what I mean? So it came together beautiful, man. And I'm super excited that it's out. And I kept teasing people when they saw the track list. I said, when y'all hear this Chuck record, forget it. Y'all hear that record? Yeah. And everybody was like, oh my God, this record is nuts. And you was one of the first people I sent it to, man. I was like, oh yeah, he got to hear this. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man, and shout out to Chuck. He's a man of his word, and there's nobody like him when it comes to support and really, you know, kind of being that wind beneath your sails, man, when it comes to being a mentor. And so I can only just thank him for everything that he's done for me, and I know he's done a lot for you as well. So shout out to
he is man, he's one of my favorite people in the industry without a doubt. Without a doubt, he is. There's no words to say it, man. Chuck is the guy.
Certainly says a lot. Well, you know, when you are so seasoned in the game and you're putting out project after project, you've built your brand a certain way. Your fans come to expect a certain quality from your music, a certain style, the storytelling, all of that. How does that impact the creative process when you're trying to figure out, okay, what is this next one gonna look like? That's true to you, true to your fan base, and something that you're going to be proud of.
Yeah, I'm definitely serving two masters with that, right? I got to take care of myself, and then I got to take care of the fans and the people who I really do this for. You know, I remember years ago, 50 Cent said something like, you know, you making music for yourself. You could just make the music in the house and listen to it in your headphones and go to work every day. You know, you're making music for the people. You're making art for the people. Same thing with your platform. You're serving the people. You know, you could do this talk, you know, with Alex and everybody on the phone and be done with it. But you're serving the people, and that's why it's so impactful what you're doing. So it's the same thing with me, you know, where I know I'm serving myself and wanting to check certain boxes for me, but then I'm also serving the people, the fans, the supporters who've been with me from day one and who know who I am and are in love with what I do and come to expect a certain level, like you said. And luckily for me, those two masters are very lockstep and key. They're both the same. They want everything I want for myself is what my fans want from me as well. So it makes a lot of sense. And I don't have to say, okay, I got to make this type of record, but I really want to make that type of record over here. We're looking at things the same way. So when I make music, it's always going to be true and honest to who I am. But I know the people listening, I know what they're expecting. They're like, yo, we waiting, we're waiting to hear you go crazy, waiting to hear them double meanings, we waiting to hear them stories, we waiting to hear something where we got to break it down over 2 weeks to see what it means and get it later. And, you know, they're expecting all that. And I built that way, right? It's not like they came to me and saw that without me doing it. I told them to expect this from me. So I can't be mad when they continue to expect it from me.
You were partnering with Old Soul Music, independent record label on this one. Is this a new partnership or was this existing?
It's a new venture. Shout out to OSM, man. Shout out to Old Soul Music. It's a new venture where I was able to have my company, which is FGR, First Generation Rich, and be able to have my own label imprint and being able to put out artists. And I've already put out 2-3 different projects from other artists as well. You know, J Rose, a poet that I signed a while ago when she put her album out, and you know, she was in the Grammy talks, you know, for the consideration and everything. And my man Landon Wordswell, my man Dante Thomas, who just put out his joint a couple months ago, which is bananas and cracked Billboard and all that. And this is all through my company. This is all through FGR. Creative freedom, creative control, make the album you want to make. If you need my assistance as far as helping get the word out, et cetera, I'm here. But I'm never going to tell an artist how to make the music. You know, obviously, if something sticks out, I may say, hey, let's revisit that. But everybody I just mentioned and everybody else in the wing, they're making the music that they see fit. And I signed them because I believe in them to do so. So I don't have to babysit anybody. You know, all I got to do is sit back and wait to press play with the rest of the world. You know, so it's a great thing to be able to have that power of putting my own records out, but now putting out records for other people that I believe in, other artists that I believe in and what they're able to do and feeling like the world deserves to hear them.
There you go, man. Has the tour been planned as yet? What's going on with the tour?
Yeah, so I'm what am I doing this week? Got a couple dates. Me, my man Landon Wordswell, and Talib Kweli. We're gonna be in Albany Saturday. We're gonna be in Vermont Friday. We're going to be in Portland, Maine on Thursday. I think 2 of the 3 of those are sold out already, but that's coming this week in a couple days. December, I'm in Europe the entire month of December. Okay. I get back like the day before my birthday. I get back like the 23rd or whatever. So I'm there pretty much the whole month until the holidays. And then January, late January through April will be the U.S. tour. So once that starts, you know, I'll have all the info shooting out and where I'm
Yeah.
gonna be at and XYZ. There's some Canada stuff coming up as well with that. So just keeping it rolling, man. Just keeping everything rolling, and I'm excited to get this new record out. You know, for the diehards, the people who've been locked in, everybody on the Discord who is a fan and knows what I'm doing and what I'm about. Get ready. 29th, get ready. We in for another one.
Yes, sir. Well said, my bro. And we will be here for the next time, man. Once you get back from the European tour, we'll be here, man, and we'll lock in the U.S. dates, man. But once again, we appreciate you for tapping in with us. Knicks will be in Phoenix in the Valley of the Sun on Wednesday. So let's get a W as they begin the West Coast trip. Shout out to everybody in the chat who was tapping in with us. Tech Styles in the chat says, crazy that Sky is on today. I was just at Buckshot's 50th birthday party. Teray was in the building. Salute to Skyzoo. Quali was there last night too. So there you go.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. Shout to the OG Buckshot.
Yes, sir.
Bouncing back and doing great things and being great and celebrating life, man. It's an amazing thing. And before I tap out, bro, shout to you. I tell you this every time, but even more so, shout to you for this platform that you built, the whole team, the whole squad, everybody that you got in the circle with you, seeing it come to life, seeing it at the event a couple weeks ago in New York, and just seeing all the things you're doing, and the brand is everywhere. I'm in Atlanta wearing the KnicksFanTV hat, and everybody's like, yo, you know, so I'm like, it's my man over there, you know, so it's beautiful to see. Shout to you for Blue and Orange, everything, and using the record, you know, every day, every episode, and everything that you've been doing with it, and the support that you've been showing it, man. The official theme for the fan base and all that, and just salute to you, brother. You know what it is. I tell you this one-on-one, but I'm also going to tell you this in front of the world.
I appreciate you, man. All love, my bro, and we'll catch up soon, man.
You know it, man. Peace and love.
Yes, sir. That was our guy Skyzoo. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel, man. Another good Knicks conversation featuring your good fellas at KFTV, man. CP the franchise and Skyzoo. Remember, tonight, we back tonight, man. Doubleheader. The content on KFTV does not stop. If you missed post-game last night, tap in with the replay gang. But tonight, we moving forward to Phoenix. A good game of the week preview. We're going to do a deep dive with one of them ones, man. He covers the Phoenix Suns very well, and that is our guy Gerard Bourgo of the Phoenix Podcast Network. Also, remember to support our sponsors, man. SeatGeek. Go to SeatGeek.com or use the SeatGeek app and use our code KFTV10 for 10% off your order, up to $20 off. Okay? All right, man. See you guys later on. I'm going to be producer, so I'm in the host seat right now. Then I got to do some post-production work. Then we, get the day on, then come back later on at night, man. So that's part of my day. I'm gonna do like a little behind the scenes capture, give y'all a little flavor, man, of what we do here, man. But this is how we do. Keep the house rocking, keep the lights on, and pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? Fighting noobs. I'm going back to post game after this. Salute to you. He's a member of the replay gang. Shout out Gamba, shout out TM, Will Rose, Muhammad Mustafa. As always, man. Appreciate you guys, and we will see you later. Peace.